Right, is it going to let me record? Yeah, cooking with gas. Right, so I've had to clear quite a lot of memory, so if it, and I think I'm meant to look here, so sorry if I'm looking at the wrong bit. Right, so this is Monday's twin flame therapy, so yeah, Monday 10th of March 2025, but it's timeless, so forget that. It's just so that I know that I've got one for each day. So this is actually my nightie, guys. It's like, you know, I always wear it. It came with wee trousers too, but it's I just thought, yeah, you know, there's no point in getting dressed as there. I wasn't leaving the house, so you know me. I'm always sitting in my jammy bottoms anyway, but it's just I'm not really a t-shirt person. Do you know? I could totally get away with. Could have totally got away with you thinking that was a t-shirt though. Right, so what have we got? So I'm just shuffling. So if you're new, my name's Claire. Welcome to the channel. And if you're here all the time, thank you for being here all the time. If you could like the video, that would be great. I am planning on premiering, I can't say that word, the Mediumship Monday. So I haven't even watched it back. And to be honest with you, I haven't thought this through because I kind of knew it wasn't going to work because I was like, it's going to, you know, I mean, it depends how long it takes to upload. So, but yeah, even if it takes till like later on tonight, I'll still be awake and I'll premiere it then. But so basically, you'll see this first. I think you'll probably see this first because this will be shorter. But if you see it afterwards, whatever, whenever you see it, of course. And when I burp or hiccup, that's when I'm clearing energy. If you're new, so we've got breathe. So this is always my sign that there might be a little bit of anxious energy around. So yeah, I don't always give them intro on these, but basically everything I do is channeling, clearing, healing energy. Yeah, might be yours, might not, kind of thing. You know, use your common sense for the rest. So yeah, this is always my sign that there's a little bit of anxiety. So I feel there might be, oh, what just slept out now? Round. Wow. Yeah. Oh, so I feel like there might be a little bit of anxiety about karmic cycle that has went round and round. So I feel in this sense it is a karmic cycle between you and your twin flame. So if what I end up saying ends up making sense for a karmic situation for any other thing, like, you know, if a karmic partner, like a romantic one or a friend or family, that's the magic of spirit, God, you know, your guides. But I'm hearing this as, you know, there's anxiety around a karmic cycle with you and your twin flame. So what else do we need to know? An observer. So, and again, so this is a divine masculine that has been keeping an eye on their divine feminine. So whether that is in the energy realms or literally, you know, through your social media, personal or public, or, you know, however that would be, this masculine has been observing you. And sorry to laugh, and they're fed up with this never-ending story. Like this masculine, so I feel if you're this feminine, whether you're male or female, this masculine is just as fed up with this never-ending story. Like, I mean, like that wee angel or fairy or whatever is like, for fuck's sake, this is just like, you know, those cards round and round and that never-ending story. So that's gonna have to go in the title or somehow. It does remind me of the Rihanna song, round and around and around and around we go. Tell me now, not really sure how to feel about it. And I always say the same, right? But that song, yeah, it could be, you know, a karmic cycle, you and a twin flame, but I feel that could be, you know, about a karmic situation too, like, you know, that's been pulling you here, there and everywhere. But now you're headed for a twin flame union. And look at the magic of it reaching 418 as I'm hoping, because milk and honey is the best of the best. It sounds a little bit moving on, it's got other connotations. So anyway, so what I usually do with this is when I've got time, so, and I feel we've got time, guys, so let's identify, let's do it with these. I'm gonna, because I love these cards, I'll probably use them for quite a bit. This is how I'm going to identify you as the divine feminine, whether you're male or female. This was your block in the past, but the past could have been years ago, or could be a past life too. That's what I intended when I made up these questions, but it could even just be something you've recently overcome. Okay, so keep that in mind. So it's not, you've not got this problem anymore. This is past. Okay, but it could have even been the past. Could have been a few hours ago. But let's just see how it fits. And the idea would be, this is also the divine masculine's feminine side too. So this is how you'll know that this is yours. Otherwise, just listen up, because we're just nebbing in people's divine love stories. So what have we got for people that really need to hear this right now? A collective of people, or you can home in on specifics. Right, you're just reminding me of something. It is a bit harder to do that. I'm going to do that from tomorrow, right? So it just means a bit more planning, because it would be a longer... It doesn't need to be though. I'll just see. I'll do the first one first. I'll see what... I wanted to kind of separate it into like twins that are together, twins that are in separation, and those of you out there that actually aren't focused on your twin flame, as in you might not even know who your twin flame is, because there are a few people on my radar that I've had sessions with and that watch the channel, that, especially people that are a bit younger than me, it's something to do with age though, but I've just noticed a pattern of like, you know, you are a twin flame because you got led to me, you feel strongly connected, and that's who I'm here to help. But that, you know, the clarity hasn't come about who that person is to you. That's, like I said, it is a different group of twin flames. So I'll see. The first one I'm going to do is twins that are in separation just now, right? Because that's right. So in the past, divine feminine, we've got too busy. You use being busy as an excuse not to date. You must make time for a partner. I fucking love these cards. They totally call people out, don't they? So yeah. So this wee person's at a laptop there. So in the past, whether you're a male or a female, you could have used like being busy with work as an excuse, like, oh, you know, I'm just got no time for a partner, I'm just always working, and you know, or you know, maybe you've got a really busy social life or something, you're out and about everywhere, or whatever it is. Like in the past, it was just, you know, like, you know, and I can even, because when I said that, I was going to be like, Christ, that totally isn't me. Like, you know, being, oh, I'm just like too social. You know what I mean? Like, and to be honest with you, even although I can like, like love my work, and I just love it so much that I can, you know, I mean, it doesn't feel like work. But now I'm like, you know, now I do know the difference. Like, it's really annoying me that all my cards are in the living room again. Like, my goal over the next few weeks is to, like, I bought something off of Amazon to sort the cards, so it's quite handy. So it means that like they're still a mess, but like you know, it's quite handy to transfer it like from here to there. I'll probably have to invest in quite a few of them, but it is quite a good investment. But I wanted to see if it fitted the cards and stuff. But anyway, the point is, so again, you might be coming up with creative solutions to make life a bit easier, but I have got like quite a firm boundary that I'm aware of anyway. You know, I've actually went over my own boundary by having all these fucking cards in the living room again. But if I didn't have that there, I wouldn't be knowing that I feel so uncomfortable about it. You know what I mean? Whereas before I wouldn't care about, oh, so what? Like, hardly anyone's up, and the people that are up aren't going to care. Whereas, like, no, for quite a while now, years, I have cared about that, and I like having my cards through there, and they can be here when I'm filming the shorts and stuff, but then I put them back. You know, but it just makes sense that in Pisces season, when it's kind of like, oh, where's the boundaries? And it's blurry boundaries. It makes sense to me that I've got all that going on. I mean, you can see my eyes going up there too. Yes, I am looking at the Christmas tree. Like, it's because I'm sleeping in here and it's just so cozy. Like, I've got my trees, I've got my lights on a wee plant thing that I have all year round, and it just feels like so much effort. I think it's going to be at the weekend because the full moon in Virgo. Basically, if I don't end up running, so yeah, basically I have put on a group Zoom offer there, and I'll say it a couple of times, and if people want to do it, if there's enough people, say if there's like, I'd say 3 minimum, I would do it with 2 people too, I suppose, but 3 minimum, then I will run it. If not, I'll take my tree down. Is that a deal? Maybe. But because I've never done that, this is the latest I've ever left it. I've heard of people doing that, but it's just kind of like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's just felt like so much effort to do it, basically. Yeah, too busy. I was too busy with work to take it down. That's my excuse. That's funny they're doing that. But it's kind of like, just, no, it's more just tired, you know. By the time I finish, I'm like, I can't be bothered. Like, that's just wrestling with the tree and, you know, nah. It's only plastic as well. It's not, anyway. Cheers me up. That's my excuse. But I can see, like, you know, I can resonate with that. Like, in the past, I was being too busy, like, my friends and going out partying and, you know, like, I don't need a boyfriend. They're only going to hurt me. They're only going to cheat on me. That's what they all do. You know what I mean? Like, this is pre sort of realization of the importance of the twin flame journey. You know, that's what I would say about it. Because it is a bit of a weird one for me because I actually had already met my twin flame. So it's quite funny, but you know what I mean? So that's the only way I can sort of, I don't need to resonate with this at all. They just guided me to say that. So, right. Masculine, stuck in the past. Oh, look at this. Let go. Oh my God. Wording. Let go of your ex completely so you can truly welcome new love into your life. Wow. And it's got a balloon on it as well, which always reminds me of Ascension. So for the masculine in the past, and remember the past can be what I said, like more recent, or this could be ages ago. It feels like there is some sort of situation, and now can you see how crazy that is now that I've just channeled about that song that's like, it could be twin flames, it could be an ex. Like, there is an ex in your energy that you need to let go of completely so that you can truly welcome new love in your life. So basically, that could be loads of things. That could be you had a not so nice experience with someone who, you know, you want to keep an ex, but because it was like not a good experience, or mostly not a good experience, however, you know, that's how I'm feeling for whoever this is going to make sense for. There'll be good times too, but you know, it's more kind of like, no, I don't want to go through that again. You're preventing new love, and in this case with a twin flame, from manifesting your life, because you're like, don't want to go through that again, don't even want to take the risk. So, you know, like, even if consciously you're like, oh yeah, I know that my twin flame wouldn't be like that, or I know that I wouldn't let a new person come in my life be like that, however it fits, like, you know, but subconsciously that is your running script, right? But also this could be like, you know, karmic partners where they've still got their hooks in you, like there is, like, it's hot and cold kind of, don't really know how to feel about it, you know, something like, you know, they've still got a grip on you that's not healthy, but you know, so they could still pick you up and put you down if they wanted to, which is toxic as fuck. But we all know that we've either heard people, guys or girls, speaking like that, or you've been on the receiving end of it, you know what I mean? And if you haven't, you haven't, but it's, you know, yeah, that's definitely. So before I forget what the cards were, that also means the masculine's feminine side, like their feelings, like you were guilty of saying that you were too busy, like your feelings were too caught up with other things or things from the past, like your feelings about the past were just like, no, don't want a girlfriend, don't want a boyfriend, you know. So that's the masculine's feelings, because it's feminine side. And the feminine, whether you're male or female, your masculine side, decision making, action taken, boundary setting, might not have been great in the past, you know, for boundary setting, decision making, action taking, and it was because an ex had latched onto you in your energy, divine feminine. So, you know, what that means is, like, oh God, this is a really complex one, but we'll dive into it because it's Pisces season. That could be your, like, I'm getting two different scenarios here. You could be stuck in the past, waiting for your twin flame to come back how you knew them, and you've got to let go because they're not coming back the person you knew. They're coming back after going through the fires of transformation, which is, that's what I heard. I'm going to use the dragon cards too. So you've got to let go of the past to welcome the present and the future, right? But also, that is also like, I mean, I'm getting strong, like the feeling I'm strongly getting for the divine feminines that I'm picking up on. This could be like an ex or somebody you've been, whatever you would call it, linked in the past that is in your energy. But again, they've like and remember this is past, so you could have cleared this, but like they had put some type of hex on you, or like, you know, not wanting you, like if they can't be with you, then they don't want you to be with anyone else, kind of thing. Either said that to you, or they've just put it out there nephers and energetically been pushing anybody, you know. It's pretty dark, but that is what I'm feeling. And remember, Pisces season is confusion, illusion, spell work, things like that. So yeah, so see what I mean? The way it comes through for me, it can take a while, it can be quite complicated. So we'll just, now I want to ask, what was the combined blocking? Oh no, that was the past energy. So remember, this can be all in the past and it can be done now. So in the past, Divine Feminine, you were guilty of saying you were too busy with other things going on for a relationship, whether you were just telling yourself that or you're telling other people that. And the masculine was caught up with some kind of past energy, whether you call it an ex or not. And but for that's what the card says. So in your energy, so it just, you know, it was blocking anything from manifesting healthily. Fear of touch. Oh, that's quite interesting. So you don't trust touch. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. So, right, what I was going to ask next was like, what is presently blocking? So, I mean, I think all my stuff should come with a trigger warning. I will put a trigger warning. This is what's currently blocking the energy. I feel either both people or one person in this connection, and because of that card, I feel it's because of somebody you've been, I feel actually what they're getting me to say is both of you. I feel both of you at some point, remember, lots of people can resonate with this, and if you don't, you won't, because it's specific. Both of you at some point have been around somebody in your past romantically that has been abusive, right? So again, that could literally be in that way, because it does say that, but it's like, it doesn't need to be physically, but although it can be, it feels like mentally, spiritually, emotionally, it would make you not trust someone, you know what I mean? Like if somebody's saying one thing, fucking your head. Like for instance, it's like I'm getting kind of visions of like somebody being really horrible to you 1 minute and making you feel like this small, and then like 30 minutes later being like, you know, oh, remember I heard this in one of the short, oh, so sorry baby, you know what I mean, I've had a bad day, or like head fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to give that example, but it is like that film, It Ends With Us, you know what I mean? It's like how he keeps doing stuff that are clearly out of order and then like making an excuse for, you know what I mean? Like, oh, and I just saw 1804. So that's what's currently blocking union right now is, but it feels like, you know, so again, just to stress, it feels like the feminines that this is going to resonate with, you have had that in the past. And the masculines had it in the past, but because it came out in the masculine side, I feel this could be more recent past for the masculine collective that resonate with this. And again, it's not everyone, so just, you know, I just have to deliver the messages. And because remember, Pisces is secret, so it is bringing out some deep stuff here. But this is like deep-seated fear that it's like the masculine kind of, this masculine collective need to be really, really sure that you're not somebody that's going to trick them as well. And so when it says afraid of touch, it means like intimacy. Do you know what I mean? It means like really like, it almost like what I'm being shown now is in 50 Shades of Grey, you know, like when he puts the lipstick being like, you know, you can touch here, just don't touch my heart kind of thing. And then she does get to touch his heart, you know, it's that. It's kind of like, so, you know, that could be masculines that are able to have sex with people and that, but you weren't able to get anywhere near their heart. Whereas like, yeah, that's what it feels like. Like it's like intimately, like in getting into the real core of them. Oh God, this is pretty deep, isn't it? Right, we'll put those cards down for now, but I think we will go back to them. Right, let's get some dragon cards. Give me some past life energy for the feminine. Earth Chalice. And I should have said it right. So what I was going to say, but the reason I was going to say this is to do with Holy Grail union being grounded in the physical. So that is what's coming in. And I never doubt what I'm going to say because it's them saying it through me. But the fact that I hesitate is part of it. I feel if you're the feminine, you're like, I feel this union's about to be grounded into the physical. Because it's earth challenge and there's water chalice, fire chalice, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Something like that. But then look. Then I look down and these cards were in the wrong place. Holy Grail code, receive the gift. So 2 cards. So I do feel you are right. You know, the feminine collective are feeling, because look, you've activated the higher chakras, you've cleared energy blocks, and there's a Holy Grail union being grounded in the physical. Remember, these are timeless, but this full moon on Friday is actually in an earth sign, Virgo, which would be about reality, grounding in reality. So yeah, I know it's asking about past life energy, so I feel it's like a past. I feel it's, yeah, someone you've had a twin flame. You've had a past life. Oh wait a minute, one of those cards is over there. Someone you've had a past life with is remembering that past life connection and coming about in the present, and that's what I'm really all about. Past, present, future. It's all timelines and all that. So what have we got for the masculine? Oh shit, I mean, this is like, I don't know where the book is for this. Oh, Sheen. So again, I don't know enough about that energy to... Yeah, so if you connect with that energy, I don't know, it's over there somewhere. I'll find it for the next time. Because I always get mixed up with Odin. That's about foresight and that, but however, Temple of the Sun. But these are my cards for the masculine, actually. Temple of the Sun, that's a divine masculine energy for me, because the sun is masculine energy. Initiation, yeah. So what I'm getting from all those cards is that the masculine in the past life is basically connecting with the past life. They're having past life memories. So, and deep feelings arising. Right. Sorry, I'm a bit tired because that one I filmed earlier was ages. Right. This is something that's kept you stuck in the South Node. That's, oh my God, did you? That's time to release now. So this is for the feminine or the masculine's feelings. So power, truth, and connection. So a hair flip. So I feel divine feminine in the past. Something that you might have been stuck in the past with was not speaking your truth. Like, and I feel like, you know, specifically to the masculine. So I feel this is about, in the past, that's what you would do. You wouldn't speak your truth for whatever reason. Maybe probably from fear of this person running off, like scaring them off. And that's something you've to leave in the past. You've got to speak your truth. So masculine, that means you've got to speak your truth to your feelings. Masculine, something South Node that you've got to leave in the past. The difficulty. Wow. Releasing difficulty. So look, it says up from the depth. You're coming up, whether you realise it or not, you are coming up from the depths of hell, some of you, and the lower world. And if you think about what I said about, well, I'm channeling it, but look what came through. This feels like some of these karmic situations, it's like being a living hell, or however you would describe it. So that's what you've got to leave in the past. You're walking up these stairs. Oh my God, this is so weird. In the Mediumship Monday, it was like walking to the light, and that gang spirit was like, no, that kind of light, you know, just a brighter day in the physical. But it's like, but this is, yeah, so it's kind of like, yeah, you're being guided out the darkness. Fuck, that's so, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking that did come up in a session recently. That's really powerful about that. Wow, right, okay. Right, present. Right, let's use them again. What's the present block then? Let's see how it fits with the past blocks. What's the present? Because it can kind of merge a bit. This depends what's going on. What's the present block for the divine feminines that are connecting with this, male or female? And it's the masculine's feminine side. Present. what's presently blocking. Some of these are really hard hitting, and we've already seen that. Oh my God. 3 came out. 3 came out, right? Too much work. That's weird with the too busy. It's a different card. You tell yourself it's too much work, but it's really an excuse not to get involved. So this is currently, so, you know, be careful that Divine Feminine's male and female. I feel you could be telling yourselves, like, you know, this is going to be too much work to overcome the hurdles in the 3D, or, you know, like, you could be like, I'm not in the business of convincing anyone. If they don't want to be me, they don't need to be me. Like, it just feels like quite, don't know, all that kind of stuff, right? That chatter. Losing yourself. You feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. And then you seem unapproachable because you are aloof. Try being more friendly. So this is really interesting. They all leapt out together. I feel if you're a Divine Feminine, male or female, you could have a fear of losing yourself in a connection and like losing who you are. And so because that's a fear, like, you could come off like a bit too Queen of Swords or King of Swords, like, you know, that there's no room for your twin flame, when that is, like, we all know, if you're Divine Feminine, that's far from the truth. So with everything I've just said there, take on note, masculines for your feminine side, feelings wise, you could say or have a fear it's too difficult, you've got too many overwhelming feelings, got too much work on, so you come across really cold, and you also don't want to lose yourself in a relationship because you lost yourself in the one before. But particularly you were controlled is what's coming through. Oh, fuck's sake, this is very specific. Wow, okay, so for the masculine, but you see how, like, I love how they do that to me, because I've literally never caught anyone else that does it that way, because it's the way that I do it, you know what I mean? But it's like how it is, if you are true twin flames, you do have the same fears. I can see it clearly, I can break it down. If you can, I'll be able to see it in you and them, if you tell me, if I listen to you. Rather than making it separate from, you know, it's not. It's your true twin flame, it's going on within the both of you. It's just someone might have went through something ages ago, but you'll have had similar things. Right, the masculine presently. Presently blocking masculine. Oh, this is a juicy one. I meant this to be a quick one. Lust, not love. Passion isn't the same as lasting love. Don't get sucked in by just good sex. Now remember, we're not talking about karmic partners, though side note, if you are involved with like karmic people, take that on board, that, you know, that's people that have already made that mistake. I mean, well, it just depends what people call it, but you know what I mean, that you've been hooked in by lust. And it's really the price that you pay for it. You know, I'm sure people have fun at the time, but it's like what it does to your life in the long run. Most people I speak to, it wasn't worth it. But because this is actually talking about what's blocking you with the twin flame connection, and it was only one card that came out, that actually makes perfect sense with the divine feminine spheres. You know what I mean? Which I wish I kept them out, but I put them back in and see if they come out again. Because it's like, you know, this, it's almost like this is going to be too hard work to change, like, or to get around the known hurdles that are for all the different connections, karmic people and whatever going on. And it feels like the masculines like telling themselves, what if it's just that? Like, what if this is just like good sex, as it says with the twin flame, and then it's like I get sucked in, like pulled in, sucked in. Excuse the pun, guys, it's just what's coming out. Like, what if it's not built to last, and like I sacrifice all this stuff for that, you know? Like, that's really quite interesting, and it is something that does, you know, it does seem to come through for the masculine quite a lot. So, and then I'm just laughing because like the feminine, I can just see how I can see how it fits. Like, so the same, like, you know, I can't, because I'm going to forget, like, you know, I broke it down for the feminine side, but for the also for the divine feminine, your masculine side, your brain, you know, you could be like, I don't want it to be just all about that. As amazing as that is, I don't want it to be just about, like, I want to actually build a life for this. I want to have a friendship. I want to have a life for this person other than just that. I fucking love that. I could just do it with all these cards. I fucking love this bit. Right, so, God, it's fucking mind blown, guys. You'd think it was a Scorpio moon. Right, so North Node focus, right, so this is to get you out your comfort zone, right? Divine Feminine. Let's see how this fits. Deepening. Look at what I just said. A relationship will finally deepen in the next few months. You have been waiting for this. Notice that came out on the Divine Feminine side, but like I keep saying, that's the Divine Feminine, but that's also how the masculine feels. You've both been waiting for this. You've been waiting for this connection to deepen past just sex. So again, I would say if you haven't had relations in that way, I don't think this would really make sense to you, this one. So, like you have to have at some point for this to have been coming through. Otherwise, this one won't make sense to you. Or if it was once, it must have been really good for it. I can think of some people that would be for. That's hilarious. But you know what I mean? It's like, otherwise it feels like it's people that you've got like lots of memories. And to the point where you could like daydream all day, like thinking about stuff. So, that's so funny. Right, for the masculine, what does the masculine need to focus on? Loving this message. You are enough. The person you're meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change. Right, we need to pick this apart, right? So that's what you need to focus on, divine masculines, male and female. But notice how what was blocking you in the past, and remember that can even be like yesterday or a couple, you know, you could have just overcome this, so you're quite fragile about it, is karmic partners, exes, whatever you want to call it, that would, you know, make you feel like you're not enough. Like maybe even tell you you're not, like just, but, you know, make you feel inadequate in some way. Because whoever the karmic energies are, you're settling with them. So they're not going to big you up, make you feel amazing. They might at first to inflate your ego. But then when the mask falls off, it's usually not going to be too pretty. You know, it's going to be, toxic. In this case, because of what's come through. Because that's what I mean. It's when that says afraid to touch, you know, you would only be afraid for somebody to touch you if they've given you reason not to trust them, you know. The person you're meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change, you're enough. And it's kind of like, but I feel like it's like presently that's, this masculine is changing, but changing for the better because they're releasing toxicity around them, and it's 33 minutes, come to Jesus moment, you know, clearing energy. Right, I think because I keep mentioning the word toxic, there's a card in this that says that. So, what's the next one? Right, so what's a karmic lesson that's been learned by the feminine? Either you've already learned it, you're learning it now, or it feels like this is going to be for people that it's connected with the karmic lessons closing out or currently closing out. You know, we'll just see what comes up. So a karmic lesson that's either been released or being released. Yep, fits. Destiny. The reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. You see how it fits? There is a lot of toxic cards in this, including one that says toxicity. And there's one about the ex in this too. But, oh man, no wonder my stomach's rumbling. That's worrying energy. But, yeah, the reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. It's good wording, but the card doesn't show up very well. So, good job. You've passed your tests. Your twin flame is coming in to manifest in the physical at some point in the near future. I think there is a card that says something like that. The masculine, that's for the masculine feelings too. Destiny is taken over. For the masculine, karmic lessons being released or been released. Trust. Fucking hell. The same as the block. Trust. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. That came out reverse, right? But I'm showing you upright. You know how it's a woman with her back to you? It's like, and look at heart, it's like, what they're saying to me is like, I feel some of the masculine, male and female, it's like you had like love bomber karmic energies. I'm getting this feeling of like, you know, because that looks like something to do with Valentine's, so it could be specifically like Valentine's kind of, well, yeah, like love bombers, you know, it's kind of like, you know, so if it was a guy to a girl, it would be like, oh, you know, all hearts and flowers and presents and, you know, and then that all fades away and the truth is revealed of who they really are, which is not that person once they get what they want. But it's the same with a woman to a guy, like, you know, they could be all hearts and flowers, and no, I'm just such a lovely person, but again, she's got her back turned, like, you can't, why is she not showing you, why is she not, you know what I mean, why is it, you know, she's not showing you the full truth. But yeah, that's the karmic lesson the masculines are currently releasing or have released, that they were guarding your heart because you gave your trust to the wrong people. And that's fair enough. We've all done that. God, this is really deep, isn't it? Right, shadow work for a feminine. I'm going to stick with this deck. And again, just meaning, is there anything deeper you need to look at? Toxicity. Toxic relationships can drain your energy and self-worth. Be aware. Came out in reverse. So again, I'm showing you upright though, because it's like, you know, boring to show it, but it's kind of like, in the past, that is the toxicity that was around you. You know, when I said it before it came out, you had very toxic people around you that were draining your energy and self-worth. So we're talking, I think you had people that stonewalled you. You could be really good at something. You could have some kind of talent. I mean, all divine feminines and divine masculines, all people have talents, right? Everyone has. And I'll help you find it if you want me to help you, because that's what my gift is. My gift is helping you find yours. Everyone's good at something. Like I always used to say on Facebook, even if just your gift is making people laugh, that's a gift, right? People need to laugh in these dark times, but everyone's got some kind of gift. But I feel it's like, you know, you were around people that you, just didn't really value what you had to offer. Or if they did value it, they'd make out they didn't and kind of use you. So it's, you know, it's using your kindness, and it feels like pulling the wool over the eyes. This feels like not very nice energy, but it's behind you, right? It's in the verse. So you looked deep within you, and to be honest about who was around you that you couldn't trust. See how it fits with it? See, they're showing you how, sorry, I don't like saying see, but they're showing you with the masculine card, the trust. That's for the feminine too. You guard your heart, because you had a lot of people like that around you at one point too. And make sure you still don't. But I feel because it came out in reverse, I feel the feminines, it's like your discernment has been top notch, and you're always going to have one eye open, but you've not got people like that around you, because a lot of you will choose a lot of time. You'll spend a lot of time alone, like what I do. Again, I feel I'm somebody that spends probably more time alone than most, but I do know other divine feminines that do that as well. Okay, so that's for the masculine too. Someone around you emotionally was draining your self-worth and your energy. Again, that's come out in the big one, which I think will be out after this. I don't know what order they'll go out. Love and Spirit, itchy nose. So, the masculine shadow work. Interesting if the same card comes out. Closure. Wow. Yeah, look, and it's the full moon eclipse. Doors and windows jazz always comes through for that for me. You're closing the door. Like, remember, full moons are a closure, because this is a full moon eclipse. This is, and then think back to this is closing a huge karmic cycle on past romantic energies, whether it's trauma that's put you off getting into any kind of relationship, or whether it's more recent. Like, this could literally be closing the door on a relationship, like in the physical, you know what I mean? Like more recent, or like, you know, not done it yet. Not all connections are meant to be accept closure. That's really important, because that's the shadow work. So that's definitely for some masculines that you could still be like on the other side of that door, in a house with toxic energy, not all connections are meant to be except closure, like an overtime, which is going to hurt you more. The age of 40 could be significant too, because we're 40 minutes in. Doesn't need to be, but we pulled my eyes to it. Right, okay, so what would help with inner union right now? What would help with inner union right now for the feminine and the masculine's feminine side? Understanding. Happy couples understand each other. I love how I just love it. The right cards come out. So it's like, just as well, I love it. You see what I mean? I did say I love my work. That's how I can go into overtime. But again, the thing, like I always say, like, you know, if I was in physical union right now, I would change my whole schedule about, but I'm not. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's, but I need to change it but anyway, I can hear that I need to change it for me anyway, because it's build it and they will come, you know what I mean? I liked it for me, just kicking about, being comfortable, like not having all this work stuff about. But the feminine needs understanding. Like the feminine, divine feminine males and females want to be in an understanding, safe, loving, nurturing friendship and relationship. You know, love it. That's what you need for inner union. Masculine for inner union. And that's what the masculine needs too as well, emotionally. So check in with yourself, masculine, male and females. Do you have that? You know, if you're in a relationship now, and even if you're with your twin flame, do you feel those things? If not, why not? Maybe you and your twin flame need support. Again, hello, I'm one of the ones that helps twins in union. And there's other people too, you know, find who you resonate with. But also, if you're in a relationship, whether that's you feel that's your twin flame or a karmic energy, like, you know, if are your needs being met, you know what I mean? Right, so masculine for inner union. Heaven. Feels like I've been locked out of heaven for too long. And earlier I heard this other song with Lady Gaga that's something about it. No, because now I'm singing another guy's one. If the world was ending, you come over, right? But I can't remember any of the words. Something about the world ending. I literally can't remember any of the words, but something about the world ending. I've heard it on loads of shorts and now I can't remember any of it. Your loved ones are always with you. But I feel for inner union, divine masculine, male and females, what you need to do right now is get quiet and still and feel the loved ones that are guiding you. Well, some of you away from toxic situations where you don't trust. And some loved ones and spirits are guiding you to trust again in healthy relationships. What else and that's for the divine masculine, the divine feminine's masculine side too, remember. So divine feminines, pay attention to that. Your loved ones and spirit are trying to encourage you to trust your twin flame when they come forward. Like to trust yourself, that you know when someone's genuine or not, and that they'll give you the heads up. Who to trust and who not, twin flame or otherwise. Another one for inner union for divine masculine. Right, it's a little bit like, right, you know how I said this in sorry, I mean, I'll show you it for look. Notice the karmic lessons in this situation. So remember the question was, what would help inner union? Well, the karmic doesn't help inner union, but in a way they do, because they help show you what you don't want to prepare you for what you do want. They prepare you for the next part. Notice the karmic lessons in the situation, but the karmic lesson is not all situations are meant to be. It's time to close the door. The card said it. And I've actually been channeling it too, because that's what eclipses are about. They all link on like years. All these eclipses can link back like years to each other. Like I said, this Venus retrograde links back to 2017. Don't quote me that, but I'm pretty sure this one links back. So karmic lessons or karmic people could be linked back to then, that you could be closing the door on right now. Or you're reevaluating, sorting stuff out. It really just depends on what's happening here. But yeah, what I was going to say was, it was like, you know, I always say to people, like, you know, when I smudge a room, like I clear the energy and I, you know, cleanse and clear the energy, but I always put it out there that it's like, when conversations happen, well, I can't say this any other way, when a conversation happens in divine time with me and my twin flame, that will be like honest and in divine time, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, but that, yeah, that's just what they're guiding me to say. But it's kind of like, I feel in some of your situations as well, it's like, just be open that it doesn't always mean that like somebody's like neatly closed the door and they're coming to you really happy and everything's like, you know what I mean, everything's sorted and we can just be friends and move forward and be in love, whatever. Like, you know, with some situations it might be like, look, mistakes, we all make mistakes, so that's for the masculine as well, like that's for your inner union to, you know, forgive yourself that we all make mistakes. But actually when it comes to twin flames and karmic energies, it's like your soul wanted to learn these lessons. It's as horrible as, and it feels that this is particularly quite not so nice, whatever I'm picking up on here. Yeah, they're just wanting to give a message about like some divine masculines could be going to their divine feminines, well, quite confused and upset and looking for answers, you know what I mean? And that's okay too. And what I would always say is, just personally, it's like, as long as you've got a good connection with God and your guides and everything like that, yeah, just trust what happens, you know what I mean? So my stomach's starting to rumble again. What else have we got here? Admitting. It's okay to admit errors and put things right. So remember, masculine, something's come out about mistakes, and there's a lot here about that. This is what would help in our union. So listen to the loved ones in spirit and the guides. It's Mediumship Monday too, so there might be a message in the bigger one for you. Pay attention to what your loved ones and guides and whatever you call yours are, your inner feeling, your own intuition is telling you about. That's what would close the gap for union, is you forgiving yourself and taking responsibility and putting things right where you feel guided to, and express shared feelings. That came out for the feminine somewhere too, didn't it? Reciprocate, because it's, at the end of the day, as long as you've both got the same goal of resolving your differences, then you can't really go wrong. Separation's not the end. You're still connected even in separation. But some of this is for someone that's come out of denial, because we've got denial in reverse. See the truth in this situation. So in the past, if you're this masculine, you couldn't see the truth, you're confused. I feel you're listening to everybody else about what the answer might be, and you were in denial, but now you're out of denial. And so it's like, that's what they're saying, is when you're in denial, you couldn't come forward and apologise because you felt you were in the right. You were confused, but you're just like, no, that's got to be what it is, and whatever this is about. But now that you're out of some kind of denial and you're looking at it differently, and now you want answers. So, I thought I was going to be able to film tomorrow's too, but I don't know about that. But might still be. I always want to film them all in the one day, but it's like, because I go quite in depth, I'm like, no, I'll film it on the day. Right, what's a possible soul retrieval for anyone out there? Divine feminine, divine masculine. Things connected to what's come through. Something that you might need a soul retrieval with, that you could book a session to get. Live life to the fullest. You're not living your life to the fullest. You're playing it small. Book a session, I'll help you with that. Be of service. Some of you have got to step up and be of service. I'll help you with that. We're just getting straight to these. Third one, grieve your losses. Some of you are dwelling too much on the past. I'll help you with what that's about. I feel for a select few as well, there's been a lot about heaven and loved ones coming through. We are in Mediumship Monday. I was about to say Mercury retrograde, but we are about to be soon. You know, if you're dealing with some kind of grief over a loved one, then, you know, book a session and we can, you know, either connect with them in the spirit world, or if it's too soon to be doing that. I'll help you with your grief, because again, I'm specialised in helping people with grief counselling. That was my, you know, my area of interest and expertise as a counsellor. It's just a weird one that, you know, if I do actually feel them around me in spirit and you're up for it, I'll let them talk to you. I'll push aside my own things about that. I'm like, it seems a bit too soon, but when they want to chat, they want to chat. The veils are thin all the time around me. So it's always just for me, if that's what, because some people have done that way. Like if somebody, like I remember, this is anonymous, but I remember there was someone close around me, and like, you know, it's, there usually is always things, you've no idea how many times I've spoke to clients or in my personal life where there was always a kind of like, you know, I didn't text them back when they text me and I feel guilty, especially if somebody kind of chooses to go that way, if you know what I mean. And so those are the circumstances where somebody's come through really pretty quickly to be like, please don't hold on to guilt, it was not your fault, kind of thing. And you can see how actually somebody does need to hear that. So maybe somebody needs just that message through just now. So it's not your fault, you know. Embrace the flow of life. So again, what was a full moon in Gemini? That's about communication, neighbours, siblings, all that kind of stuff could be significant. Your neighbourhood. I said your neighbours though, didn't I? Oh shit, yeah, the other one was all about like friendship groups, detox. I kept saying detox your friends because I kept seeing the cards, and then I got that card out and it came out. Right. What deck will I use for that? What do we need to know? So there's a lot about money. In the mediumship money one, there's a lot about mediumship money. That was like, maybe that's something else I need to do. Maybe that is mediumship money. That's hilarious. Yeah, maybe I do need to do a, gosh, maybe I do need to do a specialised like live stream that's about stuff to do with money. Fuck's sake, that's quite weird. But yeah, it was all stuff to do with money. People's finances being blocked by karmic energies around them was what I got from it big time. But if it's not actual money, it's your energy and your health. So, and give you a bit of both for some. So what is the future of whoever connected with the bulk of this message? What is the future of the union energy? Love it. Alchemy. Use it. Oh no, but we don't like that word in. Using witchcraft, occult, and learning God's secrets. Transform the situation. I really don't like that. I just don't like that word. Anyway, because I just think it causes confusion. Well, because I asked about the future of this union, I would say it's learning God's secrets and transforming the situation with alchemy. But because of that, it's like protect your energy. Clear and protect your energy every day. Because there is people doing witchcraft on this union. So, but again, that makes perfect sense of what's come through. It feels like there's a lot of like, this feels like this one's picking up on like scorned exes and like exes that are like obsessive long after you've been with them, for the masculine and the feminine. So it does make sense at that, because I'm thinking I almost want to score that wording out with a marker, but I think it's going to have different meanings when I pull it. Right, what else? Like basically you can turn a bad situation into a good one. You can alchemize it, but there is people that are trying to stop it coming together. Resources. Be grateful for what you have and have something for the future. Use wisely as needed. Yes, always be grateful. And whatever else you got from that, I'm getting tired. Many choices. Opportunities abound. Oh, my stomach's rumbling again. When you are in a dilemma, all roads lead to Rome. Look at your options. Oh, there might be something significant about Rome there. But ascension with the balloons. Opportunities abound when you're in a dilemma. All roads lead. But remember, this is a union. I feel this is about you've got many choices what way you go. But either way, you'll be heading towards a new beginning together. You will start a new job in life. Clean sweep over. Hit the reset button. Holy fuck, by the way. Wow. Wait a minute, where is that? Look what I said, together, and look what's on the bottom of the deck. I was trying to find the twin flame card. I'm going to use that. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. That's basically that. I feel that's really going to speak to, because it's talking about Rome, and that looks like a sunset. You will start a new job in life, clean sweep over, hit the reset button. That could even be some people that, like, you're moving away. Like, might not be that far away, but I think for some people that could be like moving far away somewhere. I mean, only take that if it resonates, but right. We'll get the new earth energy, and then that's this one, right? So like I said, I wanted this to be short, but whatever. So what have we got? What is... Wait a minute. I mean, we need some love cards. I feel like I didn't really get any... What's a message the masculines want to say? Oh. I don't want to keep hurting you. And I feel in this instance, this masculine saying, I don't want to keep hurting you by staying away. I don't want to keep hurting you by staying away. I was staying away because I didn't want to hurt you. But now I realise that staying away is not only hurting you, it's hurting me now. That's what I'm hearing. Because the drama, it's a Leo moon, because I know we're twin flames. So this could be somebody that had heard the word, but like what this actually means is really sinking in on a deeper level. So I think the other one's the thumbnail though. Oh, that came out earlier. I'm struggling with money. That came out earlier, but I think it came out reverse. So what you watch the Mediumship Monday one, because there's a clear theme today. If you are struggling with money or have been for a while, look to who is around you, basically. Particularly if you're the masculine. Particularly if you always had money and you suddenly didn't. That's a big sign. But if your money's been fine, it's your energy or your self-worth that's been chipped away at. Could possibly be all of it in some cases. You're so different than what I'm used to, but I like it. And I'm sorry to say the Divine Feminine is different from what you're used to, because what you've been used to is toxic. Because we've saw that with the cards. My fears keep stopping me. The subconscious fears of not wanting to be close to somebody in case they hurt you again. I'm trying to trust in divine timing. The silence is killing me. Yeah, that all fits, I would say, with what's come through. But you remember, if you recognise that as being a deep fear, then book a session and we can clear those limiting beliefs, and it will change your life. Because that's what happens. Limiting beliefs can ruin your life if you don't clear them. With hypnotherapy, or like I said, it's more than hypnotherapy with me, it's a wee mixture of everything. You're so loved so much, and I can't wait to show you, says the feminine to the masculine. I'm sending you signs. Are you seeing them? I will never reject you. That's your own fear. Wow. You know how, like, I mean, I'll not pull any more, but I'll not pull any more, but look what's on the back. It's almost time for a serendipitous meeting. I'll put that in the title probably. So, yeah, that's come through because of the twin flame, the rest and the event. Yeah, it's come through. Right, there's a twin flame union card in this, as long as it's not kicking about on the floor. What else is headed for when this manifests in the physical? Let go of when that is. Real feelings. You share true romantic feelings worth exploring. Look out for the signs and clues. The universe is talking to you. Yeah, again, that's your loved ones, your spirit, your guides, your angels, everything that came through. Whoa. Love language affirmations. Love and words hold great power. Look what I said. Holiday. Enjoy a change of scenery to spice up your love life. And the hilarious thing is, I didn't notice for ages when I had these, but then at one point I did. There's a guy standing behind her. I just thought it was a woman. So, yeah. Divine timing. A serendipitous event, yeah. There's something coming about here. where you're going to be able to get some time away to talk and discuss, and so it'll manifest whenever in divine time. But this was, I was going to say this was a nice one. It wasn't particularly nice, was it? But it'll just, you know, it is what it is, and it'll make sense if it's yours. So I would love to hear what that's all about in our session if you would like to book, but you don't need to. But you can even if you want to let me know how much this was your story, but you're not in a place to book a session, that's okay too, by the way. Like, email me and let me know. And I will get back to you at some point, you know. I just can't chat back and forwards like, you know, willy-nilly kind of thing, but I would like to hear if this was someone's story. Right. New Earth energy. Wow, karma cleanse. And that's what I was saying over the weekend when I was at my best friend's, that when I sat at table 21, again, noticed it was her that picked the table. We nearly sat at the one behind it. She was like, oh, I'll sit there because it's not right next to the toilet. And there was like loads of tables. And I was like, wait a minute, table 21. And then she stood up and there's a giant angel feather. Again, she'd been sitting on it. I was like, I knew you were my guardian angel. Karma cleanse. Liberate yourself from karmic patterns of the past. Live a life of creative choice. Yeah, there's a huge karma cleanse, detox, decluttering going on for that full moon. And the point of me saying that was I'd just been talking about karmic cycles. I can't remember what I was saying. I was saying something about something ending and stuff like that. And yeah, and then 21 is the world card. Artisan. Artisans have a hands-on approach to life, skillful, resourceful. They like to feel connected to what they do. So somebody works with their hands, don't we all in some kind of way? Oh, alchemist again. Once you understand the essence of everything is contained within everything, all things become possible. Yeah, so I think we've got a group of alchemist twin flames, all the twin flames that resonate with us, that are in for good times. Wherever that might be, holiday or otherwise. Christ, this card always does that to me. I'm like, I don't know where to look. Lovers. The ocean of love is unpredictable. Forgive yourself in every moment and open your heart to receive the gift of love. It's given Patrick Swayze and baby, isn't it? It's here. Oh, look, her hair's like mine today. Okay, now. Right, so anyway, on that note, hope I gave you all a wee laugh. Yeah, I'm just going to end this here. So, yes, see you later. Praying for all your unions as always.